I hope everyone's having an amazing day. So I had tried to do this, but my friend called me, so I kind of cut off. So I'm redoing this again. The video for right now basically is my truth. My truth about sex is like I literally been. I'm 38, sexually active. I waited until I was 18. I come from a very traditional Hispanic family where back in El Salvador I was raised by my grandmas, and she basically kind of like they raised me in a way that I believe that I was gonna sleep with the person, and I was gonna get married to that person, and I didn't have to go through all that. You know, um, it was gonna be a commitment and all of that. With that person, I ended up having three beautiful. No, yeah, actually yes. My truth. Yeah, I ended up having three beautiful kids, and I basically I did other things with someone before, but it wasn't sex. It was more like exploring and shit. And I was kind of scared because I was like, oh my god. But the person that I lost it to, I got pregnant at 18. Within 3 months that I was having sex with this person, I was having unprotected sex, and I ended up having an abortion. Yes. Sex is very sacred. I didn't say that in my Spanish video. Now that I realized, maybe I should make that video about abortion and shit after this one. And after I slept with this person, I had my abortion. That was the baby that I wasn't born. And then after that baby, I ended up having Carla in 2001, and in 2003, let me correct myself. I ended up having Carla when I was 21, Sasha in '07. And after him, I went to live with him for what, 12 years. He was the only person that I was sexually active since the age that I was 18. And then I sleeping with two more people after that. And the last person that I slept with kind of made me feel like used and abused. Like he only slept with me in the bye deuces. And I was like, the fuck? No, no, no. I didn't like that feeling. You know? I didn't like that feeling. After that person, I also found out about well, fuck buddies. That was kind of new to me. That was kind of like the second person. And it was just kind of like weird and shit. And it's like a lot of people are like, they won't believe me because I'm 38, but honestly, I don't give a fuck if people believe me or not, because it's my body. I know who the fuck I am. I started getting more attention once I started losing more weight, and I don't like the attention that I was really getting from the guys. Honestly, I really didn't, because I had guys that would tell me like, oh, I slept with 100 and something girls. The fuck? I'm sorry, I don't do that. I wouldn't. I don't know. It's not my kind of thing and shit. Not only that I wouldn't do that and shit. Like now, if I was to sleep with someone, I would be like, let's go to the doctor and check ourselves together. Like, let's do the blood test together. But it has to be a serious relationship, of course. I'm very open minded to speak in my mind now. I have no sugarcoating when it comes to setting boundaries and what I like about sex and what I don't like. Because I'm very open minded and shit. Tell me and I'll be like, okay, let's try this. My favorite book is 50 Shades of Grey and shit. So I'm pretty open minded, and I like pain and like piercings and shit. But I also respect myself a lot. Just because I'm wild as fuck, I don't believe in threesomes and shit. If you're interested in somebody else, don't even fucking talk to me. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. Go do whatever the fuck. You go find somebody that likes threesomes and shit. Because I ain't that open minded. I mean, I'm open minded to kinky shit, but I ain't open minded to other stuff. Like as a female, you have to know your boundaries and shit. You have to know what the fuck you are and what you like to do. Another thing. Um, when I was working in another job, I was talking to some guy that I have never met, but he made me feel some type of way. Like within a week that I met him, I kind of did things that I was like, I never slept with you, but what am I sending you all these things? And anyways, he kind of drove me crazy in my head, and it was like literally my last crush and shit. And after him, I learned how to set boundaries like a motherfucker, because he said no to me, and I was just like, oh shit. There's something wrong with me. So after him, I just kind of like stopped talking to guys. Like I did have other guys that talked to me, and even guys that I was talking before him came back, and they're like, "Oh, I like you," and I feel some type of way. But I was kind of like stuck and stupid and shit, I would say. And I was like, no, I kind of still like someone else, and I literally rejected like a few people for that person then rejected me. But the person kind of apologized and said to me it was a misunderstanding. But the funny thing is that the whole point about me explaining this is like my coworker, one day she overheard me talking to this guy and shit, and she was like, she 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 lost her parents when she was younger and shit, and for personal reasons she had to turn into prostitution. And then one day she said, man, at least hoes, she was like, that they get paid for sleeping, with guys. Now teenagers nowadays is like, my daughter literally told me, it's like, what's wrong with sex, everybody's doing it. And I told her what this girl said. This girl said, yeah, now there's free hoes just giving sex just because. And it's like, just because everybody's doing it is not a reason to have sex, honestly. Just because everybody's sleeping around does not mean that you have to open your legs and shit. Look at me. I ended up having my first abortion when I was 18. And, oh, God, don't I regret that. I should have had the baby, but maybe it wasn't even meant to because I know it was a boy. And, my ex and I, we didn't end up staying together and stuff. So, just know your worth as a female. Know who you are and shit. Because, after, I stopped talking to guys, started finding about fuck buddies. I started finding about, how do you call it? Ghosting? Yes, dog, whatever, see me. I don't care about that shit no more. And about fuck boys. The fuck? I didn't even know none of that shit, none of the terms and shit. And it seems like, guys nowadays are really like, just making bets just to sleep with girls that are virgins and stuff like that. Once you know your worth as a female and you know who you are, you're never gonna let nobody else ever play mind games with you. Once you know how beautiful you are and you know that sex is sacred, you don't just sleep around with anybody. Once you know who you are, you'll be very, very particular about who you really want to actually have sex with. And yes, trust me, I do feel some kind of way sometimes. Maybe the reason I got fucking stuck on, with this last person is because literally the first week we started talking, he said he was gonna buy me a dildo, and I was like, oh shit. Like, he knows the necessities for girls, but instead of me having to look for somebody else, he's, sending me a dildo, which ended up being a fucking lie, just like a fucking joke. But I'm the kind of girl that I believe stupid shit like that. So now I realized that, and I was like, man, I'm so dumb and shit. But hey, you learn from that. You learn from that, and just maybe because, I honestly, I would prefer to have a dildo, to use a dildo, than to be sleeping around with guys and shit. And if you're that sexually active and that promiscuous, I would just say be mindful. I have I could say that I could control myself a lot, and I haven't had sex with nobody since 2018 and shit. And it's May, and I haven't had anyone that has interested in me at all. At all. So, just know who you are. Know your worth as a female and don't get used and abused and shit. Because at the end, the only one that is getting hurt, sometimes it's us. Know that your body is sacred. Know that your body is a temple. You don't just give your body to anybody, but then if you feel you really need to explore, I will be very mindful. You're a beautiful goddess, and just be aware that some people won't even appreciate you. You have to be very self-aware, how to set boundaries and know what you like to do, and or is it because you just want attention like me? I don't know. Sex is sacred. That's the only way that I see it. And the next person that I sleep with, it's gonna be like, we're gonna start like a friendship and very slow and test and all of that. So sending love and light. Just get to know who you are and love yourself. Bye.